Hello, everyone. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Ricardo. Ricardo is a famous flamenco dancer from Madrid in Spain. So let's see what Ricardo has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello, Ricardo. How are you?
Very well. Happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So tell me, how is your weekend going so far?
It's going very well. I just came from Munich, where I was with my sister teaching the flamenco classes to different schools.
Yeah.
Then it has been exciting and tiring at the same time. But I couldn't rest because it's here Mad Bear. And then I had some photo shootings to do. And later on, I have another photo shooting. And yes, happy to have work.
Thanks again. I know you are a busy man. I know there are a lot of things happening, but you made time for the interview. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Welcome.
So tell me, how was your weekend in Munich? I know you were teaching classes, so tell me a little bit about the weekend, the highlights. What did you like the most about it?
Yeah, it was very exciting to see the interest of different schools for flamenco. It was our first time teaching there. We didn't know what to expect. And one of the class, in addition to having amazing female dancers, great students, beautiful people. I was very excited because there was also the two men learning flamenco, and it's not very usual. No, we go traveling around the world teaching or performing, and when we are teaching, we don't find many men dancing flamenco. I don't know if they are shy or they choose another kind of dance. But this class was very exciting. That was one of the highlights. Yes.
It's okay, Ricardo. So let's start the interview talking about your career as a flamenco dancer, as a choreographer. So tell me how, the flamenco dance, the flamenco journey came into your life. Walk me through a little bit about your journey.
My mother, she was a flamenco dancer, and also she was a flamenco singer. But I didn't know about her career because when she married, my father was a guitarist. In the family, they didn't want to talk about art because they didn't want us to be dancers or singers or guitarists. They wanted like a serious life, formal life for us. And then, but one day, when they divorced, my mother had to start teaching again to have work. And then I discovered the dance, and I fell in love with the movement of the flamenco. And but my mother, the same, she had only female students. And then because she didn't let me dance, and my father didn't want me there, I had to see the classes. And then when the class was finished, I was running home. I went inside the closet. And then I started to repeat the movement that I saw from my mother and the students.
Wow.
I was rehearsing like that inside the closet for a long time. But one day, my mother catching me dancing in the street in a fair. And then she was so angry because my father was threatening her. If the children they dance, I take the custody because it's not a good education for them. But at the end, I was fighting my father, I was fighting my mother, and they saw that it was impossible to stop me. And then my mother said, okay, I cannot stop you, and I'm going to teach you. Teaching was very hard on me and my sister, that she had the same problem. Yes, but at the age of 15, I had my first professional job. I started with 13. 15, I have my first professional job. And with 16, I left home. I came to Madrid from Granada. My first job was in a movie, dancing flamenco. And then from there, the National Ballet of Spain, my own company, Tabla Flamenco, El Corral de la Morería, non-stop since then.
Oh my God, I love the story. I love the story that your parents, they are an artist as well, and they didn't want you and your sister to get involved. And suddenly, but it was already in your blood. It was already in yourself. My God, I have goosebumps now because it's so beautiful and powerful. Because it's interesting. I understand their point of views because they want you to have a different style, like lifestyle, different job. But it was already there, and they became a bit try not to get too involved, but it was impossible to hold you back. So I love the story. It's amazing. And after, when you start your career, they kind of supported you. They came to see you. They kind of encouraged you when they saw that you were capable. You're easy on your blood. They kind of supported you for the career or not?
Yes, but my mother especially, she was very happy because she was an amazing dancer. She was very talented, like naturally talented. And then she's very critical. And then she celebrated that we have job, but always has a very hard critic to us. No, you cannot do this like this. You have to think about this, about that. She has always a lot of comments to do. But I feel supported because that is good for us to learn.
I
Yes.
love.
And my father, yes, my father now is happy. For a while, she was, even when already we were having a very successful career. From time to time, he was, but could you like to try another job? Okay.
Amazing.
Was
I
trying
love
to convince us, yeah, you could do this, you could do that. I said, Papa, I already chosen when I was 15, and I'm not going to change. Yeah.
Amazing. So Ricardo, tell me where you're from.
I'm from Granada. It's in the south of Spain, in Andalusia.
Mhm.
A beautiful city that I in love. I go very much to Granada because I need that energy. Is my childhood. Is the kind of people that I grow up with. It's a very diverse city. Because
Mhm.
it was at some point Arabic and Jewish and Christian was living together
Wow.
there with, without any problem. And it's just you find a very interesting different architecture, monument, cultures. It's a very cultural city.
Wow. But right now, so you're from Granada, but are you based in Granada or you have other place where you live right now?
I live in Madrid, where I live in Madrid.
I
Yes,
see.
Granada is driving 4 hours from here, by train 3 hours and a half. And I used to go every month.
I see. I see. So, but most of your home base right now is in Madrid.
Yeah,
Also, I see.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Um,
Okay, okay, Ricardo. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your career and also about your life journey so far. Okay,
yes, perfect.
are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Okay, full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay,
Hmm.
just let, let's do it. My God, I'm so brave to be dancing in front of a professional dancer. Oh my God.
Yeah, dance is everywhere.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yeah.
Amazing. First question for you is, what are you most passionate about?
Art in general, because what I do is dancing,
Mhm.
but I can say that dancing and music is together, and dancing and for me photography is together because I think a lot about the composition and painting, and my favorite places in the world are theaters and museums. That is the best for me.
Wow. And do you think that your passion about art, it's all connected from your childhood, having two artist parents or not?
I'm not sure because I started to be so passionate about painting, not painting, drawing with a pencil and with shadows by myself. And I don't know where that was coming from because in my family, no one was doing that. And I spent hours and hours, like I do now in photography, that I like to paint on top of the photo digitally with the light and shadows. And it's my favorite thing to do. I can spend hours accentuating light and shadows. And I was doing that and listening music before starting flamenco.
Mm-hmm.
I arrived from the school and I don't know why I have the necessity to put my headphones and to be in the sofa listening. Was classical music, rock and roll, from Bach to Supertramp. I don't know where it was coming from that love to art. And then I discovered dance.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Right, Ricardo. Next question is, what is something you always wanted to do, but you're scared of?
I wanted to do and scared of because for me to dance was very scary, and at the end I did. Yes, I cannot think about other thing that I really wanted to do as dancing. Dancing was like what I wanted to do, and I was scared to confront my parents. And after that, I cannot think about other thing that I was scared.
And
Could be. My father, he wanted me to be a doctor.
okay,
That is, and I really like the idea. More than to be a doctor, because I love animals, and there was a lot of programs here in Spain at that moment about wild animal. I want to study more that. But I saw the connection between biology, medicine, and that. But then when I promised to my father that I was going to dance and to be a doctor at the same time, because
right,
he told me, if you do that, I let you dance. If you do
right.
it, and then what is I wanted to do that, but I said I cannot do that because I see blood or a person suffering. I faint, I cry. That was something that I can say I like it, and at the same time I was very scared because there is the beauty of studying a profession and to help people, but it scared me a lot to see people suffering or having an accident, whatever. So I saw very soon that I cannot do this.
Saying that, Ricardo, as I can see you talking about your parents and there's this connection with your parents. So far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your parents?
From my mother, they have a very different characters.
Mm-hmm.
From my mother, she's so direct, so authentic, because many people say, I don't care what people think about me. I say what I think I have to say, and I who I think I have to be. But sometimes you see that it's not completely true. Like everyone lies a little bit to be like it and to be accepted and all that. From my mother, no, what she says is true. She doesn't being educated because but she has to say what she thinks if it's she's not going to hesitate. It doesn't matter if she's going to be liked, if she's going to be loved, if she's going to be hated, if it is okay, this is me, you love me, you hate me. I like that, and I'm very proud of that, and I admire. From my father, he started to study meditation when they started to divorce, because he was in 72, 74. in the year 74 here in Spain. There was no books about yoga or meditation. And he started, I remember him in the carpet, silence in the position of yoga, breathing, and I, Papa, hello, good morning. I was thinking, what happened to my father? He doesn't talk to me. He was so focused. And I admire, he went very much into that and applied to his life. And he's a very focused person. Yes, I love that from him.
Wow. Okay, so you're both parents. They're watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say? You can say in Spanish first, and after you can say in English if you prefer.
Okay. Mamá, I love you. Mamá, te quiero mucho por la buena educación que nos has dado, porque has tenido cuidado de 4 hijos. Cuando te divorciasteis estabas tú sola y luchaste como una leona por nosotros y eso lo admiro mucho y aprecio mucho, y luego todo lo que nos ha enseñado en el mundo de la danza.
Wow.
Mama, I love you for taking care of 4 children when you divorced. At the same time, you were taking care of, you were our mother, our father, loving us, fighting with us at the same time. And I know that was very hard, but she worked like a lion to take care of us. Y a mi padre, muchas gracias por todo el interés que has despertado en nosotros, por lo justo, la meditación, cómo afrontar la vida de una manera humilde y sencilla y justa que aprendiste con el yoga y la meditación. Y eso lo aprecio mucho, y también el cuidado que tenías de nosotros, aunque fuese en la distancia. Thank you very much, Papa, for taking care of us in the distance, and for teaching us beautiful values with all the yoga meditation that you were doing. He was speaking a lot about that, and he taught us to be humble, to be curious, to be thinking about other things that are very important for the soul.
Oh, beautiful. My God, beautiful, beautiful. I love it, Ricardo, I love it. Next question, let's do it. Right, before the next question, of course, it's visible. I can see how much you love, flamenco dancer, how much is part of your life. But in your opinion, what's the most challenging part of the career as a flamenco dancer, in your opinion?
For me, it's a very competitive one. It's like here in Spain, for example, I have the complaint that TV and the big newspaper, they don't give enough importance to what artists do. And actually, it's very important because talking about other things that maybe bring more money or whatever, but this is something that is so important for people, because people is working like crazy. People is making money, and what they do with the money, they go to see art. But yeah, you are not at home counting your money. You for that reason, it's so important, and it's complicated when you try to make a career, and you have to be calling theaters, and they close the door in your nose, and it's very hard sometimes because we are doing, my sister and me, and sometimes we try managers or people who offer the service to do that negotiation. At the end, they say, okay, I'm so frustrated, I have to stop doing this because I'm going to have a depression. To try to call two doors, and how many doors close in front of your nose before one is open. And it doesn't matter if you have an amazing or a good curriculum. We came back from dancing in the Mariinsky, in the Kirov, in St. Petersburg, or at the Bolshoi, and at that big theater. And then you arrive here with that curriculum, and you go to the theater. Please stop calling us. You are disturbing us. But I'm offering you my company. That kind of reaction sometimes take you down, and you need to have the energy again to say, okay, don't worry. starting from zero and nothing happened, you have to make the next phone call. But it's hard. Yes.
And do you think that in Spain, do you think that Madrid is the right place to be for flamenco, like to have business or to connect with theaters? Or do you think other places in Spain can be the same as Madrid?
Yes, there are other places for flamenco too, because in Granada there is very good flamenco tablaos. There are theaters, Sevilla, also in Cádiz. Flamenco is very good in Andalusia in general. Flamenco is very good, and for a flamenco dancer, it's very good to be there, to be connected with that energy. But also that people come to Madrid like the center of all the artists. And what happened? You connect with people from everywhere, from Granada, Sevilla, Cádiz, Huelva, Córdoba, Almería. Yeah. And then here you have all that coming here. And also when you need to, in my case, to look for dancers to create a show, here there are more possibilities, because if I need a flamenco dancer here, I have flamenco dancer. If I need flamenco dancer that have a preparation in contemporary dance because I want to do a fusion, there are more here to choose. Also, there are more theaters here, more managers, and more people that can see you.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and the National Ballet of Spain, I came here when I joined the National Ballet of Spain. I had to be here because it's here in Madrid. You can not go to other place. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Next question is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
Yeah. I remember there was an artist in Japan. I have to check her name because it was time ago, and she was doing manga comics. And she put me in one of the chapters. I was the protagonist of the manga. She painted me, and I was in Tokyo dancing in a gala with the principal from Paris Opera, Royal Ballet, Bolshoi, American Ballet Theatre. Was a dancer from everywhere, and I was dancing there with my sister. And then this Japanese lady saw me and made me 2 paintings, made me the protagonist of the manga, and also wrote something very beautiful that I didn't really understand, but it's very, very that, because painted a rose, and was the tower of dance exists on you.
Oh, wow.
The tower that was, maybe she wanted to write the power, but she said tower must have a meaning in Japanese culture or in manga that elevated or something. I thought it doesn't matter. It's so beautiful. If I have the essence of what she wanted to say, and when I received this postcard made by hand and with that written, I said, "Wow, that's beautiful."
Wow, Ricardo. When you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Ricardo?
I love the how intense I become doing what I do, and how many hours it doesn't matter. Yes, I can put my heart in something. It's impossible to stop. If I need to make a correction that after having some injuries, I had some problems in my knee, and then you have to start like from zero. And I have to start like literally, I put the timer 5 hours doing this movement until I find again the correction that I need to come, like starting from zero. And then I say, okay, it doesn't matter, 5 hours a day. And I say, I'm going to do that, and I do it.
Wow, amazing. Next question, ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Next one. Okay, Ricardo, from Madrid in Spain. Next question is, which bad habits you wish you could stop?
Yes, there are two things, and my brother is telling me. But sugar. I love cakes. And for example, now in the coffee, I put instead of sugar, honey. My older brother loves the sport. No, because at the end that is sugar. At the end you have to stop having sugar. And when I go to a cafeteria and they have not honey, I put sugar. That is something I want to stop. I don't like that I'm not able. I need that taste in the of the cake. I need sweet. Yeah.
And you always been this way?
Yes. Always been this way. That is one of the habits that I have to stop. Another but this is more personal. Like when I have different choices, I get blocked. Like, oh my God, I have to choose. That is something I think too much about the things. My sister, no, this way, that way. Okay, no, that out. We don't need that. And I, but maybe we can do both. Yeah.
I understand your point. I love cakes as well. I'm from Brazil, you know what I mean? And I remember growing up in Brazil. There's so many cakes, so many, type of cakes. And nowadays it's impossible for me to deal without a little sweet every day. Sometimes I try, sometimes not too,
Yeah.
but it's really hard. Sometimes I'm craving for some sweet, sometimes impossible.
Yeah, I understand completely. Yeah.
Right, 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Yes.
Before the next question, tell me how photography came into your life.
I started photography without a camera
Mm-hmm.
because I like it. Maybe I was 10 years old, telling my father, "Oh, I love photography." When I look at photos and this, and then he gave me a book about photography, explaining the principles, and then I started to read. I said, "Oh, this is beautiful. The aperture. This is," but only in my mind because I didn't have a camera. And then in '89, with 21 years, I went to Hong Kong with the National Ballet of Spain. And the first thing I did with some money is to buy a professional Nikon camera with film. At that time was with film. And then I said, okay, I remember all what I learned in that book. And I never did automatic. From the first photo, this is the aperture today, the line has to be here. Boom, boom. And the first film was, I like it, but was like the light not so dramatic like I like it. And then in the second one, I said, okay, now I know I have to do more contrast. And I started like that. But at the beginning, I didn't like to make photos of people.
Right.
We were traveling together, all the dancers. And I like building monuments, people in the street, Hong Kong, amazing photos you can do in temples and all that. And then when a colleague was telling me, make a photo of me, I said, no, out of the photo, no people. I want I want to do the monument because if I photograph the monument, you are very small and you are keeping the attention from the important thing that is the monument, not you. And then one day I had an interview in a radio, and the interviewer, Radio Nacional de España, for culture. After the interview, I talked a little bit about the photography, my trips, and all that. And I said, "Oh, I need some portraits." I'm not a portraiteur. I don't do a portrait, but I have a good camera. Maybe something come from that. And then I did. Oh, Ricardo, this is the best portrait I have. And I have been photographed by many photographers. He started to push me to. I wanted you to do photos about this, about that. And he proposed me for one exhibition here in the museum of the Museo de Madrid, Museo de Historia de Madrid, about San Sebastian. And then I created my stories about San Sebastian Bodlicer's portraits. And then I started like that. One exhibition, second one, a third one, and then new
Wow.
project. Yes.
Amazing.
And then I started to focus in people. When I discovered that people liked my portrait, I said, okay, I'm going to try. I remember my first shooting with someone who paid me, was coming from Düsseldorf, and I didn't know how to use a flash. I said he wanted from a studio. I said, no, I do with natural light, but I want a studio, and this reporter recommended me you. I said, okay, I'm going to rent the studio. And then I rent the studio, and the guy told me, okay, I could put the trigger in your camera, and you shoot, and that. But he didn't explain me about the modeling light. That is the light to see the model.
Right.
Was out, and I couldn't see him. And I will tell you, I had to put the ISO very high to focus him in manual, then the ISO again down and shooting. But then after that, I learned how to use a flash.
I love it. Just learn, you know what I mean? Just learn sometimes doing it. That's how you learn.
Yeah. Yes. In that situation where you have no choice, I have to do something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Next question is, which talent do you wish you had?
What oh yes, singing.
Right.
Singing, oh my God. My mother was singing so beautiful. She has records.
Yeah.
I think her voice, and she was able to sing flamenco, not opera, but he could go very high note, singing the Ave Maria or that kind of songs. She was amazing. My father has also a very beautiful voice of tenor. He was playing guitar and singing, but no, I don't like my voice.
Have you ever tried as well to sing or not? Have you ever tried through your career?
Only one time. I was in Moscow years ago, and the director of the school where I was teaching told me, there is a teacher here for the boys doing some exercise. I'm going, and I know you like singing. She's giving you a class for free. And I remember when she told me, sing something. I said, what? It's embarrassing for me. I said, okay, happy birthday. And then I started singing happy birthday. And then she made the recording. And then after the exercise, she did another recording. I said, listen at the beginning and listen at the end. Oh my God, it's not horrible.
Oh.
Yes, at least it's not horrible. It's the only time I tried.
Amazing.
Yeah.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, Ricardo, of course, Christmas is just around the corner. Yeah, just literally very close. Tell me what the meaning of Christmas for you.
For me, it's about happiness, getting together with family, with friends, celebration. For me, we are a very big family. And all my memories is when the only time that we are together, maybe 30 people, around my grandmother, not now because she's not anymore with us, but it was that moment. And it's so exciting that to see all together, because during the year I see this cousin, I see this aunt, other people I don't see, and that day is all together and singing, and my grandmother singing and my mother singing.
Wow.
Yes, for me it's about happiness, about telling each other how was the year, how was your year, oh good, and about good wishes for other people and for myself, because we do that of writing what we want for the next year. Yes.
It's amazing. Beautiful. Okay, next question is, I think this one is going to be very easy for you. What is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
I think lasagna.
Sweet lasagna is all connected.
Yeah, I do lasagna one day a week because like to limit myself.
Right.
Yes, because if not, then all the other days are a lot of vegetables, a lot of legumbres, a lot of fiber, and then that day is lasagna.
Lasagna and sweet as well together.
Yes,
Afterwards.
sweet. Oh my God, yes. Especially my husband is from United States, and he makes amazing cookies. Like how they with he with the butter he put in the pan and create a toffee like it's something. Then he put in the cookie. Let's rest for 2 days, and then when it's in the oven, that's with chocolate is so good. Yes.
Wow.
I could be in that always, but I know it's not possible.
You have the best husband, the best husband.
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me something, Ricardo. What's the meaning of life for you? When you think about life, what's the meaning?
For me, it's very, very clear. You come here to say your version of what is the life. You don't need to say other person version. It's like the universe, the other people. They want to see the world as you see it. For that reason, it's very important to think, who am I? You know, what part of me is myself, and what part of me is the voice of my mother, the voice of people, and you have to start. Okay, no, this is me, and now I'm going to tell the world my version.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. Last question, ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Last question. Okay, but before the last question, I'm going to ask a question in 2 parts. The first part of the question is, through your career, tell me a moment or a situation that you're never going to forget, that for you, you know, you go like, my God, that moment in my career always going to have a special place in your heart. And the other part of the question is, tell me a situation that something went wrong, that something went very, you know, that you're not expecting, something funny that you're always going to remember as well.
Okay. For the first part of the question, we were invited to the Mariinsky Dance Festival in St. Petersburg, the Kirov Mariinsky, and we thought, never before came flamenco here. People is going to like, is not going to like, and then was a gala. The first part was a Bolshoi ballet, and the second part Toulouse Opera Ballet, and my sister and me were closing the gala. Wow. And I thought they would like, or are going to like or not, and was, according to the magazine, the critic, like the biggest ovation in the history of that theater. We were like 47 minutes. We went to do an interview for TV inside the camerins, and then when finished the interview, like 15 minutes, we listened that the public is still applauding, and then we have to go out again. Yes, and one of the maestros there who knew Rudolf Nureyev, and that I don't know, because if this is the biggest ovation, because Rudolf Nureyev has one that was similar to this, and I said, oh my God, that means a lot. I will never forget that.
I've got goosebumps everywhere in my body right now, Ricardo. Oh my God, what a moment in our career, my God. And it's interesting because you didn't know if it would work out or not. And suddenly it just explodes.
Yeah, that is safe forever there. Oh my God. But the connection you can create with the audience, people that you don't know, they don't know you. They saw me and my sister for the first time. That connection is amazing.
God. And something funny, something that went wrong, or something that, you know, didn't work out somehow.
Oh my God, I'm going to tell that. I hope the people. Okay, we were invited to the in Edinburgh Festival.
Okay.
And then we are in the theater, and then something happened with the script. That the orchestra didn't receive the version of the Bolero de Ravel that we had to do with the National Ballet of Spain. And then we are like 50 dancers, close to 50 dancers on the stage, and the orchestra. And we didn't rehearse because they didn't have our script. And instead of doing the tempo that we had, that was very slow, because we were doing a lot of zapateado, and we need very slow version of the Bolero de Ravel. And then when they started, it's like more than double the time. We had no time to do the steps, and we knew, okay, I can put and was like so many different versions of what the step I miss, this one or this one. We were fighting with the music. The music was fighting with us. We were looking to each other. What we do? This is so horrible. But at the end, the audience liked it very much. But for us, it was so difficult to dance something like double the tempo. It was like, that was a moment to remember forever. The director and the repetitor of the screaming to us. I'm not guilty. You have to set the script at the right time and to be sure that we are dancing the right music. That was
oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God, I'm sure as well I was a bit, you know what I mean, quite nervous for you guys to know the tension.
Because if I'm alone in the stage, I can improvise, I can create a new choreography, but when we are 50 dancers, there is no way we are going to agree in doing this thing.
Oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question is, what is the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
My husband coming from New York to Madrid.
Wow.
Yes, he left New York. But New York is
the center of the world.
So exciting. It's so important. There's so many things happening, and you are going to come to Madrid. I didn't know but he didn't think twice. He took a plane. He came here, stayed. We married, and was very romantic. Everything happening like that. No question. This is what I want, and this is what we are going to do. Was very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Again, goosebumps. My God, you give me goosebumps for the interview. Ricardo. Stories, I love stories. I love it. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
One word for money.
For money. Let me think.
One word. Art. Okay.
Yes. What?
Family.
Family. The love.
Okay. Fear.
Freeze. Like froze. Yeah.
Life.
Love.
Okay. Religion.
Can be good.
One word for love.
Love. Family.
Okay. Politics.
Politics. Trying in only one word. Okay, it's necessary. Yeah. Yeah.
Sex.
Pleasure.
Okay. Friendship.
Friendship. Life. Yes.
Desire.
Desire. Dance.
Of course. Regrets.
Regrets. Useful.
Okay. Wish.
Wish. Wish. Art again is what I wish for the body.
Happiness.
Happiness. My family.
Okay. One word for Granada.
Granada. What is like Arabic, because to me it's a lot very artistic, a lot of Arabic art. I would say that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that. Interesting. One word for Madrid.
Madrid, diversity.
Okay. Spain, one word.
Spain, beauty. Yes, and diversity. Yes.
One word for photography.
Photography moments.
And the last one now, flamenco, one word.
Fire.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so let's pretend now I'm going to meet your husband for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your husband, define Ricardo in one positive word and one negative word only, what he would say.
He wrote in a napkin 8 things that he wanted from a person. He said, wow, I'm surprised that you have all the 8 things, not only one of them. But loving, he will say loving.
I see. And negative?
All the doubt. When I have to choose something, how much I self-doubt and doubt about choosing things, he will say that. Yes.
Amazing. Okay. Let's play now, Ricardo, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, Ricardo, tell me something about flamenco. You said about fire. You know, when you're explaining this moment you had, you know, that, you know, people, they were clapping for hours, for a long time. And I could picture yourself there. I think there's so many, you know, passion about fire, about when dancing flamenco. Tell me in your words, what's about flamenco that, you know, when people, they listen to it, when they see a show, what do you think people, they, you know, what's something that people take with them when they watch like a flamenco, you know, art or concert or dance or show? What is about? Tell me something unique about the flamenco that people, they always talk about, they always say something about connect with the dance. Tell me a little bit about it before you ask me the question.
Yes, flamenco, I think connected with people because it's the result of so many different cultures, like Arabic sound, Jewish sound, the los Visigodos, going to America, coming back with new sound. All that together is connecting with a lot of people. And it's very important that it's very deep, very deep. The rhythm also traps you because it's very rhythmical, but it's very, very important. Also, because it's very authentic, I think. And it's what I feel. Because when you think about the origin of the dance or the music or the painting, it was a very, like a ritual, no? You were dancing because you have to connect it with God or with yourself to talk to God because I wanted rain. Because if it's not raining, we cannot eat. Or the dance of the fire, or the dance of fertility, and all that was very spiritual, very, very deep. And flamenco still keep that. It's not so much about the technique. It's what I want from the bottom of my heart. And then there is a technique, but it's not important because you create your own technique. Like in other disciplines, there are this school, this school, this school. In flamenco, every artist is create his own or her own technique according to what you want to say. And the most important thing is what you want to say. And then has so many elements because it can be very rhythmical, but also the voice is very important. This voice is coming from the Arabic melismas and all that. That is so beautiful. The rhythm is very important. So many, or to be very slow and to stop being in a silence, just moving very slow. You can combine in so many different ways because there are not so many rules. And then they say, what I have to say from the bottom of my heart and why is this important to me? And then it's connecting because there is no way.
Beautiful, beautiful. A fun fact, you know, I live in London. I've been living in London for almost most of my life. And I had one of my ex-partner, he's English, and his sister is a flamenco dancer. She was going to Spain. She was living there for a while to learn. And since I've known them, like for 10 years, more than 10 years, she always been very passionate about, you know, flamenco. And I can't wait to tell her about this interview because I'm sure she knows you. So I'm going to have the interview with you because it's just amazing. So flamenco is funny because when you think about Spain, you think about flamenco, you know what I mean? There's some connection there.
Yes.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Ricardo, you can ask me a question now.
Yeah, because have been in London, and I love London, and all the activity that they have about musical theater, museums, is so cultural and so rich and so diverse. People in the people can be who is the idea I have. People can be who they want to be, and it's in other way, it's difficult to live there. I don't know, for other reasons, can make it very difficult to live there because I see the beautiful part of being in London, but I cannot see the difficult part of living there. What will be the most difficult?
Wow, I love the question. I love the question. You know, as you said, London, it's, you know, you can, it's a lot of opportunities. You can be yourself, you can, you know, you can work in any different kind of area. You can express yourself, you can be involved in arts, you can be a dancer, you can be a singer, you can be everything you want. You're always gonna find opportunities in London. Yeah, it's great. That's for sure. It's a great part of being here. I'm gonna the challenging part. I'm gonna be based not just my experience, but a lot of people who I know and people who already crossed my path. I think London is a very expensive city to live. Yeah, very expensive. You know, I think that it provides a lot for you. You know what I mean? If you want to go to the Phantom of the Opera, it's just around the corner. If you want to go to see big you know, shows, they are close to you, you're accessible. You know, there are so many people around the world, they would love to come and see those, you know, big shows. However, you pay a price as well. Living in London is very expensive. I think, you know, sometimes it's difficult for you to buy a home. It's difficult for you to be, if you want to buy you know, a house, it needs to be further down London. You cannot buy in this London, like zone 4 or 5, because it's more accessible for you. But at the same time as well, you're going to spend a lot of money with transportation. So it's tricky for you because, you know, it can be difficult for both sides. Yeah. So yes, I would say the most challenging part of living here, it's about the pricing, because you pay a lot. It's not cheap to live in London, for sure. You know what I mean? You have everything you need. You have, you know, a lot of things, opportunities, but at the same time as well, you pay a big price for it. Yeah, it's not easy for you.
Yes, I was thinking maybe it's that the other side of the, because so many opportunities, and but you have to pay for that. Yes.
It's not for free. It's not for free.
Yeah, it can be stressful. I have this so near, but this month I cannot go to see it. You know, it's like
my God, I wish I could go to the theaters like every weekend. You know what I mean? But you cannot do that. You can do like once a month, once in 2 months, depending the, you know, the fun fact again, I've been living in London for almost 19 years now, and I went to see the Phantom of the Opera 2 weekends ago for the first time. Can you imagine? Of course, no, yes, I know that, and I wish I would have gone first because it's such an amazing play. However, I've seen so many others as well. So sometimes you have everything in front of you, but you just, for one reason or another, you go to see something else. You know what I mean? It's fun. Yeah, it's funny, but you know, I've seen so many musicals in London. You know, I love arts as well. And another thing about London as well, a good part is a lot of things like museums, they are for free. There are some galleries, there are some exhibitions that people, they don't know that, but some of them, they are for free. There are a lot of, you know, things to see in London for free. That's what people like as well about London. It's about that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yes. Like you say, the Phantom of the Opera was the first musical ever I saw in London.
Really? Oh, wow.
We were performing at the London Coliseum.
Right.
And then I went to see the Phantom. When I go to the ticket office, they told me, no, there is no ticket until next year. And I said, but I have only tomorrow, the day off. All the days I have been working, I cannot come. And then they say, okay, you come 6 in the morning, you put in the line, and maybe you have a ticket. No, I cannot take that risk. I go to the artist entrance. Where is the director of the theater? You want to see the director? I say, yes, I would like to. come with the National Ballet of Spain. I want to see the Phantom. One guy came, looked like maybe was the director, and left.
Wow.
I was asking the people, and then one sound technician say, "You are asking for tickets?" I say, "Yes, I want to pay, but I have only tomorrow." I say, "Okay, I'm going to introduce you the lady who is dressing the Phantom. Maybe she can help you." And they helped me, and we made a beautiful friendship. And then I went to see the Phantom.
Amazing.
I love London. I love London for
yeah,
that.
London it's funny because people they ask me on the show about London, and I'll tell you something, Ricardo. I meant to be here. I meant to be. My destiny, it meant to be here because I'm back from Brazil. I lived in Portugal 5 years before moving to London. But London can be very fast as well, stressful. Back to your question, it can be very stressful. Everything's too fast. Like you don't have time sometimes. But however, it's a great place to be. You know what I mean? You feel alive. You feel like you are living life. You feel like you never stop. You know what I mean? So that's the great part of living in London for sure. You know very well, of course. You work in arts and you are an artist. You know what I mean. So it's a great place to be. Sure.
I love that energy. When you walk in the street and you see so much diversity in the way to dress, in the way to be, and all that, I love this city. Yeah.
Ricardo, did you enjoy the interview?
I love the interview. It was wonderful, and you are wonderful. I love all the questions and made me think a lot. Sometimes, I have to think very fast, but I love that.
Thanks again. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. I know you are very busy, man. And again, thanks again. I'm so glad you had this connection right now. You have this interview because I have so many people here around the world, some dancers, artists, and having you on the show and talk a little bit more about flamenco. I'm so fascinated about it. I understand a bit more about the dance, and of course, people watch this interview, they're gonna appreciate as well. So thanks again for bringing your energy, bring your knowledge, bring your passion about arts, about photography. I think it's I'm so glad you accepted the invitation, and thanks again. Thanks again for taking the time. And
thank you so much to you for this opportunity.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yes, I would say that love is the most important thing that I think I can find in life, and in my case, the way to connect with yourself and with others is through art. I would like to everyone to appreciate more art and the artist, and with love, because sometimes between the artists too, for the artists that message too, because we think sometimes about competition. No, respect and love other artists and what they do and what they have to offer to the world. And always, if you can help, because it's very important mission.
Amazing. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Thanks again. Okay, regards to your family, to your husband. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Okay? Take care.
Merry Christmas.
Ciao,
ciao. Ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.